4/4 or 4/8? 7/4 or 7/8? What's the actual difference? What's up everyone, CJ here, hope you're all doing well. I actually got a very interesting comment a few months ago here on the channel. The comment says this: I don't get this and the time signature. I know time signature kinda like means how many notes and of what notes. But if you're playing eighth notes on a time signature of 4/4, then what does this mean now? Why is this so complicated to me? Bruh. This comment is on my first sight reading lesson, which you can watch right up here, by the way. And when I first read this comment, I was like, have I not been clear about this? Didn't I explain this in the video? And then it hit me. I just explained note value, not time signatures. So in this video, I thought it appropriate to explain time signatures in the simplest way I can. So let's start by looking at how you read time signatures. A time signature is traditionally written as a division number, as in a numerator and a denominator. In music, the numerator stands for the number of beats for every measure played, and the denominator stands for the note value of said beats played per measure. Number 2 equals half notes, number 4 equals quarter notes, 8 equals eighth notes, 16 equals 16th notes, and so on and so on. So just as a quick recap, the numerator stands for the amount of beats per measure, and the denominator stands for the note value per measure. And as an example, let's use the most common time signature in the Western world. 4/4. This essentially means 4 quarter note beats per measure. However, this doesn't mean that you're limited to playing 4 quarter note beats per every measure. Since quarter notes can be divided into eighth notes, 16th notes, 32nd notes, etc., you can make use of those as well, as long as the value equals a measure of 4 quarter notes. So even though the time signature is 4/4, you can play an eighth note groove or a 16th note groove over that as the underlying subdivision, which is most commonly played on the hi-hat. And of course, if you don't have a drum set near you at the moment, you can even practice counting the subdivisions while snapping your fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1. I'm gonna play some examples for you, and listen closely to the metronome, which will be playing at 70 BPM in 4/4 all the time. I'll play a very simple groove with different subdivisions while still maintaining the 4/4 time signature. You can also practice the exact same thing with triplet-based subdivisions. Let me show you what I mean. So as you can hear, the time signature is still 4 quarter notes per measure, but I'm changing the subdivision, leading to changing the feel of the groove. But what happens if we change the denominator? What's the difference between 4/4 and 4/8? Sound-wise, there's no difference, depending on how you play the groove. However, the structure is different in how you count every measure. Now, with the denominator being a number 8, you're counting eighth notes. So if you, for example, are playing eighth notes on the hi-hat, that's what you're counting right now. Instead of counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, now you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna play you some examples. Now listen closely to the metronome and notice that the tempo is not changing. Now let's venture into odd time signatures. Okay, so odd time signatures are time signatures that doesn't play out with an even number of beats. Let's take 7/4 for example, which means 7 quarter notes per measure, right? So just like playing 4/4, you can feel it in different subdivisions. So quarter notes would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And eighth notes would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 1. I'll show you a simple groove in 7/4 with an eighth note subdivision. Okay, so what's the difference between 7/4 and 7/8? Same thing as with 4/4 and 4/8. The counting changes since it's a different meter being played. Let me show you the difference, and again, listen closely to the metronome and notice that the tempo is not changing, only the subdivision. Alright you guys, I hope this clears up a little bit of the confusion you might have about time signatures. Once you start practicing more and more with different time signatures, you're gonna get used to how to count and feel them while playing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber yet, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to stay updated whenever I release a new video. Now, if you want to start practicing some odd time signature drum grooves, you can check out this video right here. Thank you so much for watching everyone, and good luck with your drumming. I'll see you soon.